What role do you think love plays in this whole thing? What role does love play in our existence? Doesn't have to be just art, but also just...
I think, I mean, I'm going to talk about it in the case of art because I don't really know about the rest of existence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm only 23. But I think that love is crucial in making art. Either love or the lack of it is two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. But if you're creating something because you love the craft, or you're creating something because you love somebody, or you're creating someone because you love yourself, or rather if you're creating something because, in spite of all those things, because you hate somebody, or because you hate yourself, or because you're just frustrated, like art can come from a negative or positive point of love. But I think that love, like death, is paramount in order to create, because without it, everything it'll just fall flat.
So you mentioned that you can create in spite of love, so for hate and stuff like that. How sustainable do you think that is for people?
I mean, I know that Santa Claus was put into Narnia and Tolkien hated it. But that's not really relevant. That just came into my brain when you said that. I felt like sharing that.
I was like, how am I gonna retcon this?
I just felt like sharing that. That's how I retconned it.
Because I wanted to.
Yeah, because I felt like a snap.
Okay. But yeah, no.
Like you can create in spite of things. I mean, I did for a really long time. I created in spite of myself. I wasn't really happy with who I was at the time, and I do struggle with depression sometimes. So when I'm going through an episode, when I'm creating, it fluctuates. You don't always have to create out of like negative emotions, but you don't always have to create out of positive ones either. But I often do find that when you're working like with something negative, it transforms into like a positive feeling, at least. Like the thought process might not become positive, but you feel really good about yourself when you're done painting. Like my bedroom walls back home, completely drawn upon with like eyeliner and like black and white paint.
I can imagine.
I was bored. I was bored one day, and I was like, fuck it.
Imagine drawing on your walls. My mom would kill me. Like she'd smash my head into.
No, my mom. I was so scared to tell my mom. But she, like, my parents were actually really supportive of my art.
Artistic, yeah.
My parents have been very supportive of my artistic journey. I mean, they let me go to art school.
Yeah.
They let me switch to literature. Like my majors 4 times. They've always like helped me out with art supplies. I never had a shortage of books growing up. And yeah, and also there was like my sister who also turned me on to like some really cool stuff. She recommended it pretty. I mean, if I list the books she was recommended to me, I could be like a long ass video.
Yeah.
But no, like my whole family is really artistic, and growing up in that kind of environment where art was like not only encouraged but actually like sometimes pushed onto me. I think it really helped.
Do you look back and are grateful for that? Then I'm guessing.
I really am. I mean, at the time I wouldn't have been, obviously.
Okay, I mean, we're kids, right?
Yeah, when you're a child, you don't know shit.
You don't understand the reason people are telling you to do stuff, and so you straight away think they're stopping me from doing what I want, and then because I've had that too. As I get older, I'm realizing like most of the things my parents and my family said were true.
It's for your own benefit.
Yeah. Sometimes.
No, not all the time, obviously.
But most of the time it is because they care from a place of
it's from a place. Yeah, but you know they always say the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's I don't think anybody like parents are just people too.
Yeah.
It's the hard thing to realize.
When you get
it's like they mess up too, and that's okay.
That's okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So so just to I love to kind of summarize what you said about love. Then it's something that we can create from. It's a source that we can create from, but it's not something. There's not only source to create from.
Yeah.
We can create from many different sources.
There are, but like love tends to be like the root of a lot of emotions, at least. It's like you like something or you don't like something. It's like you like a food, you don't like a food. Somebody might paint something like a beautiful thing because they liked a piece of chicken. Who knows? Like inspiration strikes at the weirdest moments.
Do you think love is the reason we do anything?
I think it's the reason we do a lot of things. I think we also do a lot of things for survival. It depends on, I guess, how many of your needs are met. Because if you don't have, it's, I guess, part of like self-actualization and all that. Like if you don't have a stable place to live and a proper income and knowing where your next meal is going to come from and your next bills, or like if you're in like a really like toxic relationship, you're not really going to focus on you're going to focus on trying to get like from day to day. And I think art can be made from that, is the thing. Like beautiful art can be made from that. Like look at Van Gogh. Like dude was really depressed, but he took depression and he created like ecstasy out of misery in his art. And yeah, I think, I don't know, I think creation is different for every single individual, and I think that it's equally as amazing for every single person because it's just that unique, which proves to the point of universes being infinite.
Beautiful, beautiful callback. And to close it up, then final question: what advice would you give to someone on this artistic journey about creation, about the infinite possibilities that they can also inhabit? Or you can also give an advice to yourself 3 years from now. What
Just
advice
fucking do it. Like, whatever it is, just pick up the paintbrush, pick up the typewriter, pen, keyboard, whatever medium it is, and just do it, because I like saying this. I don't know where I picked this up from, but fear is useless and temporary. You might as well just do it. You're here for, like, such a short amount of time. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, just create. Like, if you're not creating, what the hell are you doing in life?
Right?
If you're not making things, if you're not expanding the world, then what are you doing?
That's beautiful. I think so too. 100% agree.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like, that's the only thing that stands the test of time, you know? There's this beautiful phrase, it's like, it doesn't matter. All that matters is the shout we have into the wind, into the abyss. Because we're all going to die one day.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the shout? What's the echo of what you leave behind?
What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to be remembered as?
Yeah.
Or for?
Yeah. And I think that comes from, I think, obviously, as artists, we
Yeah.
can say that. But I think that's true. I think that's why people are respectful of artists, because they see that on some level, we are kind of shouting against the meaningless of existence. I don't think it's meaningless, but that's, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a whole other can of worms would start opening up.
Kieran will start coming. What did you say?
Kieran just appears. That's how we summon Kieran.
Okay, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Do you have any questions for me? I've been peppering you with questions, but I always give the guest an opportunity to ask me any questions they wanted to ask me during this conversation, or maybe as long as you've known me. And yeah, do you have any questions for me? If not, that's totally fine. You can think of one for next time.
Would you rather?
Okay, that's amazing. It's a good start. Hi, Auntie.
Let's see. Would you rather always have your thoughts appear on your skin, like, so people can always read what you're thinking about them, but you have so many thoughts so they can't necessarily tell what's what? Or would you rather be the only person who doesn't have that but be able to read everybody else's thoughts?
Ooh, go on. I can go with that.